although it's the chief executive's ultimate responsibility to lead strategy for the organisation, the CFO really is responsible for the planning processes that really help that cascade through the organisation, and actually the execution of strategic choices. So it's really important the CFO has a strategic brain and a strategic mindset to be able to partner up with the rest of the organisation around strategy.
A lot of the CFO in the modern era is to do more with less resources and really drive revenues. So I think a CFO's ability to work with the board closely around strategic initiatives is very, very essential.
What I've seen has changed in the last 5 and maybe 10 years is there was an awful amount of importance placed on the custodial and governance part of the role, and that's where the traditional accounting side of it has been built up. But now that's more and more automated and systemised, and still has the gravity and importance, but it's the role as the co-pilot to look to the future, to be able to guide the organisation, and as a key advisor, it's become the real focus of the CFO's role.
Obviously, the skill around strategic thinking, understanding the business, understanding the weaknesses or the risks of that business model, and how to reshape that or recalibrate that looking forward. So the ability of the CFO to look 18 months, 2 years out, potentially even longer, and being able to sense where risks are, where opportunities are, is a wonderful skill to have.
I think that there's some skills in the CFO role that I see that you rarely find get developed through the finance function where the CFO comes from, and perhaps the two main ones are leadership, so the ability to be able to lead across wide geographies and lead great people, and communication, so to be able to articulate complex arguments simply and be able to get your point across and be a key challenger to the CEO in terms of where they're taking the organisation.
We take it as read that most CFOs have very strong technical skills. That's been the traditional way of training them. But increasingly, in terms of operating, the kind of skill sets they need are much broader than technical skills. Skills such as negotiation, strategic agility, influencing and collaboration.
I just believe in the current modern society, CFOs have got a lot more to take on, and that commercial and strategic acumen is very, very important. In fact, from a recent study, 57% of CFOs that we surveyed have completed an MBA, which really goes to show the majority of CFOs are really thinking about their role and what it implies in the wider business.